I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm the sad one who's to say, I'm the faster, I'm the favorite, I'm the left out, run away. It's the wrong way you think today, what a chance you did take today. It's the madness your drive creates, what a chance you did waste today.
From the Great Plains of Kansas to the Heart of Dixie here in central Alabama, the Right Lane Cup Series returns for its 16th round of its second season here at Talladega Superspeedway, the fastest, the wildest, and the longest oval that the Right Lane Cup Series goes to. Our 42 drivers will take on 47 laps here around this 2.67 mile high bank super speedway. The fans here have been partying all week waiting for this great event. The fans here are known for being some of the best in the entire motorsports world. They are all ready and raring to go, as are our 42 drivers, with high stakes rewards here for our championship contenders, as well as the threat for big crashes and photo finishes. We'll see how our drivers are able to manage this race. They're going to go down, go trackside, get you our starting lineup. A surprise on Friday gets us a new pole sitter in his first ever Right Lane Cup Series start. Wayne Hovick in the independent outfit with Nick Breeding on his outside line. Joseph Shrigley gets a third with Alexander Phoenix, the first of the championship contenders. He's third in points with 46 points back from our leader, Vince Freeze. Aiden Smith and DJ Curtis with Zachary Fitzwater, Ben McDonald, Rhodes Gray, and Dunn LaPrade round out our top 10 with Ryan Griffin. He'll be 11th. He's second in points, 40 points back. I think it's worth noting that Vince Freeze was one of 6 cars sent to the rear due to technical infractions here today, include Luke Martin, his teammate, Lane Sanders, Charles Sanford in the 19, the 31 of Justin Henley, and the 87 of Ryan Acosta making his first Right Lane Cup Series start. They will all go to the rear, along with the 2 Revolution Racing cars of Christian Vargas and Asher Evelyn. Though this week, unlike most weeks, that does not seem to matter. As long as you stay in the draft, you're able to cycle up front and get to the lead in no time. So we're going to go ahead and go trackside, get the command to fire the engines, and get this great race in the Heart of Dixie underway.
Alabama, are you ready? Gentlemen, start your engines!
And for Wayne Hovick and his independent racing team, this has got to be an absolute statement for them and a shocking pole for the Right Lane Cup Series. Hovick is in his first career start. He DNQ'd Daytona, but they got some help from Breeding Enterprises, and it's sure Breeding is bringing some good cars today because Breeding is on the outside pole himself. Ben McDonald is back there in 8th. But for Hovick, this has got to be a big improvement for them because this will qualify them for the Clash next year. They were very thankful. Hovick said he was very thankful for Breeding giving him an engine to try to qualify into this race. They fixed their qualifying setup, and here they are on the pole. The pace car is in. We'll be monitoring the championship battle for the last 5 races. It starts today. Alexander Phoenix is 46 behind. He's third in points. We'll see how all of that is going to shake out. Vince Freeze was sent to the rear. Here we go. Green flag is out. We were racing here at Talladega. The 16th round of the Right Lane Cup Series is underway. Coming down the back straight for the first time today, Aiden Smith kicks Joseph Shrigley to the middle line. That's already 2 and 3 wide. Remember, it takes a full lap for these cars to get up to 200 miles an hour. Side by side, it's Nick Breeding and Wayne Hoivick. We'll see how they're going to be able to take it. Aiden Smith, the Spa rookie, trying to lead his first lap. He's already to the inside. Look at this. Smith trying to lead Fitzwater. Even lower, 4 wide coming through the tri-oval. Side by side, coming back to the line. The first lap will be led by Nick Breeding. Hoivick right on his door going into turn 1. Remember, you get a lap. You get a bonus point for leading a lap in the Right Lane Cup Series. You get 2 bonus points for leading the most laps. And here at Talladega, with how things shuffle around, it's quite easy for teams, especially further back in the field, to try to get up here and lead and get a bonus point that will help their cause in the championship. You're going to see some championship drivers try to move forward and backwards, get a bonus point, go to the back, get a lap led, try to lead the most laps, trying to do anything they can do to help their cause. I'm sure we'll see that, but coming up through the tri-oval again, look at the Spa cars. That's Dunlop Pratt, your Nashville winner. That's Samuel England, last year's Talladega winner. They brought the same car back, but Wayne Hoivick will lead lap 2. As we said, Samuel England brought his race-winning car from last year at Talladega. Zachary Fitzwater brought his Daytona 500 car. The car that won the duel and got the pole. They brought that car back to here to try to win this race. Fitzwater was very confident with how his car was going to handle. But they said they had a few issues they had to iron out, especially from the wear and tear from Daytona. But up front is Zachary DeLello, the Little Falls Autosport rookie. And the number 7, that's a Horizon Hobby Dodge, excuse me. He's going to lead a lap. How about this? That's his first lap led in the Right Lane Cup Series. That's Peter Onjak behind him in the Mission Dodge. Peter Onjak sits in a very low spot in points compared to his teammate Taylor Frey. Onjak has just not had a good season going, but hopefully they're going to try to get something going today, try to get some momentum in the last 5 races. Maybe not. Look at the blocking on blocking down the back straightaway. Here comes RJ Bishop to the inside line. That Monster Energy Ford has another energy drink, ironically pushing him. That is Logan Cloud, the Lake Effect car that won Watkins Glen a few races ago. Cloud to the inside. Looks like he's going to take the lap lead away from RJ Bishop. And look who's up here. It's Jeffrey Finguy. Wait, Finguy's in the middle. Mac Johnson goes to the inside. Finguy needs to get a lap lead. Try to get any kind of bonus points he can get to try to get up to the championship leader, Vince Freeze. His teammate Griffin Lapel McDermott is to the inside. Both of these FPM cars, Finguy was touting their Super Speedway program, talking about how good it was. Finguy almost won Daytona with this very package that they brought. They brought the same package back for Talladega, and it's clearly working so far for them. Both their cars are in the top 5, but we'll see how it's going to play out. And we're talking about championships. There is your championship leader, Vince Freeze. He had to start at the rear today. 6 cars were sent to the rear for failing tech today. And he's 4 wide. Look at this racing. He is 4 wide deep in the field. And this is exactly the spot last year, exactly in that spot off the back straightaway where the big one happened. Took 12 cars out of the race, including Jeffrey Finguy, who was at that time, I believe, was the championship leader. But man, look at this 3 rows of 4 wide here. Freeze moving forward. He's going to try to get a bonus point for leading a lap and then move back in the back of the pack. We spoke to Vince Freeze at the start of this race. He's going to put Sanders and Fitzwater 4 wide with Bishop and Finguy. We spoke to Vince Freeze at the start of this race. What his plan was, he said it was simple. Get up front as quickly as possible, get a bonus point, and go to the back. And we asked him why he wanted to go to the back. He said, with how aggressive this field is, there will be a crash. There will be a big crash. So I'm just going to get to the front, get my bonus point, and go to the back. Which I think is a very solid idea. But, of course, there is the odd chance a big wreck doesn't happen and Freeze just ends up losing a lot of points, bonus point or otherwise. But up front, though, look who's come up to play. It's Kyle Schustrai that is the 555 Engineering car. His teammate A.F. Walsh missed the event. And Austin Murray's making his first Right Lane Cup Series start. This is for Honda Autosport South. This is an offshoot, part-time entry from the main Honda factory team. This is Murray's 4th attempt of the year. Shoe stride to the inside of Murray. Going to try to push Logan Cloud, build as much momentum as he can. But Austin Murray, he has made a lot of progress here. He's got a teammate in Ryan Griffin. They entered this 4th car to try to help Ryan Griffin, because Griffin is currently 2nd in points. He's 40 points behind that guy right there. Look at Vince Freeze go. He's already up to 3rd. And the Dormer Security Ford. This is not what the field wanted, but he's here. Finn Guy, Griffin, Phoenix, Rowe, they've all got to start praying that somebody can get this guy to the outside line. Here comes Vince Freeze to the inside line. He's going to go around Kyle Shoestry. What can Logan Cloud do? Can Cloud block the 9? He's going to try going into turn 3. All about a long chess match. That's all this is, a long chess match here at Talladega. What does Charles Sanford do? Sanford to the inside line. He's got help from Julio Caesar. Caesar tries to make a move. Sanford moves up to the middle line. Caesar gets loose on the inside line. Back to the line. Cloud is going to continue to lead. We're on lap number 10. But Freeze is going to try to tandem Cloud away from the field and make his move. There's Rowe. Behind Rowe is in between the Little Falls cars, the 57 Ryan Reed, the 75 of Julio Caesar. A lot of dodges moving up here. Here's Freeze making his move to the inside. Caesar stays on the outside line. Rowe's going to get a big run on Freeze going through 3 and 4. But coming out of turn number 4, Vince Freeze will take the lead here at Talladega. Rowe trying to get to the inside, but he's going to leave the door open for Ryan Reed. Man, look, the door's getting slammed here. Freeze will lead a lap. This is not what the field wanted. Now he's stuck in the middle, playing exactly like his plan, leading the lap. Now he's probably going to go to the back. Rowe takes the lead now. 5th in points. The rookie out of the MB2 Motorsports camp. Won the Daytona 500 earlier this year. Has been winless since. We'll see how that's going to play out. And now you see Ryan Reed moving forward. Reed has not had a horrible start to the season. Has been able to stabilize. Got an arch rival in Taylor Frey behind them. This is going to be an interesting fight the last 5 races, not just for the points lead, but for the top 20 in points, because the top 20 in points is being decided by the 2 Little Falls cars and this car, Taylor Frey, the Onjato 15. They are currently fighting to be in the top 20 in points, and they've been a dogfight all season for this. And Frey, he's coming here. He had a good car at Talladega, or at Daytona, excuse me, was taken out in that big wreck late. So we're going to see how Frey is able to take this. They said they repaired this car from Daytona, and they brought it back to Talladega. Common theme throughout the field. But we'll see how this car is able to run. It's clearly running very well in the draft. And look who's up to 3rd. It's Alexander Phoenix. Phoenix is going to try to make a move to get 2nd spot behind his teammate, Alexander Rowe. Look at this 4 wide. That's their other teammate, Henry Thomas, making a move. Thomas trying to get up front. He's also in the championship contention. He needs to get a bonus point too. He's going to move to the middle, trying to get around Nicky Martinez. Look at this. Alexander Phoenix making the move on his teammate. Thomas making moves. Thomas has probably gotten 7 or 8 spots in this one lap. To the inside with Breeding, with Ryan Acosta and Samuel England. Ryan Acosta is another name making his first start in the Right Lane Cup Series. That 87, that National Guard, that is a 2nd Bishop family entry. Man, look at this move. If Henry Thomas can lead this lap, this has got to be one of the best laps I've ever seen at Talladega. He is. Henry Thomas, how about that? He was outside the top. He was 9th this time, last time by. He's going to get the lead. Wow, and it's going to put his teammates on the outside line. How about this for Henry Thomas? But with Ryan Acosta, we were talking about him making his first, it's not his first attempt, but they were able to make the field. This is the second Bishop family entry car. It's thought that they will be going to 2 cars next year. For now, Acosta is trying to do everything he can do to get as much experience as he can. But up front, it's Samuel England trying to move forward with, that's Ben McDonald, who's also bringing a car from Daytona. But Henry Thomas is leading the race thus far. We're on lap number 15. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 16 here at Talladega Superspeedway. We've had many leaders so far, but as of now, it's Henry Thomas over Samuel England, Ben McDonald, DJ Curtis, and Aiden Smith. We will be right back right after this.
For every turn, a twist. For every start, an untimely finish. For every win, someone who loses it. For every number, a nation. For every celebration, a brawl. For every split second, years of work. For every heaven, a hell. For every good old boy, a good old girl. For every curse, a prayer. For every ounce of order, a jug of chaos. For every twist, there's a turn.
All of these championship-winning drivers have one thing in common: Goodyear Racing Eagles. The race-winning technology that's found in the Goodyear Racing Eagles can also be found in the world's best-selling line of high-performance street tires, Goodyear Eagle Street Radials. The champions know, and it's why we say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
You okay, Patrick?
Finland!
Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 16 here at the Talladega Superspeedway. We're 18 laps down out of 47. Henry Thomas has led the last 5 laps. He's got Major Robinson behind him, an Alabama native, with a pair of Hondas trailing that car. J.D. Martin and Derek Hamill. Hamill to the inside. You see him moving a lot of jostling down the back straightaway. Not much has changed since we went to commercial break, except for the leader. Vince Freeze had made another try at Thomas, but he was not able to get up there, but now he's moving back to the back. You see Derek Hamill making a move on Major Robinson. Derek Hamill still in search of his first Right Lane Cup Series win. He had a very good run at Kansas last week, even with right side damage, but he could not catch Jeffrey Finguy, who won that race. But Derek Hamill has been very positive with the media this week. He said that this is a step in the right direction. He hopes that this will be a very good stepping stone for Season 3. We asked him about the plans for Honda Autosport, since Hamill is a part owner in that team. And Hamill said that to expect some news about the Season 3 plans here shortly. As soon as this week, he said. And right now, this team has done very well. All 3 of the Hondas have been up front. All 4 of the Hondas, excuse me, because there's a 4th this week, Austin Murray in the 66 for Honda Autosport South. Here's a car that has been up front, has been hovering around the top 10 in points all year. It's Jesse Turner in the 94 car. Turner has been very good here in these super speedway races. Trying everything he can do. He was very happy with his teammate Logan Cloud winning at Watkins Glen. Very big step up for the team. Cloud has the team's only 2 career wins. But for Turner, he thinks that door will be opening soon. He thinks that the Ford backing, he says, will be very instrumental for this team coming next season. Of course, Turner has confirmed he is coming back to that 94 car. And Lake Effect confirmed that the 89 will be fielded by Logan Cloud again. Look at Luke Martin to the inside, though. Passing him. Luke Martin has had a very successful rookie season. He won Canadian Tire, ironically enough, beating that guy, Henry Thomas. But for Luke Martin, this has been a very good rookie season, but he's going to have to do everything he can to try to get Rookie of the Year. Alexander Rowe is deep in the field. This could be the day to do it. Look at this 4 wide back here. Hamill got put 4 by Shrigley, Caesar, and Bishop. Dunlaprade is slipping to the back. Vince Freeze is in the middle. A lot of shuffling here at Talladega. A lot of good racing going on. You see Laprade going to the back. Robinson is there. We've talked very little about the hometown driver. Remember, he was injured at Michigan a few weeks, about 5 rounds ago. The doctors have said he is now fully capable. He's fully recovered. He's able to get fully behind the race car. And I think Robinson has been showing off even without his injury. 2 top 10s in the last 4 races for that 45 team. Robinson doesn't know what his plans are for next season. But as of now, it seems that he hopes to stay in the Right Lane Cup Series, but he might move down to the Truck Series that will be starting next season. We talked about that hometown driver. We'll talk about the other one, Lane Sanders. In that Golden Dominoes Pontiac, Sanders got a top 10 last week at Kansas. Now he's back in the top 10 in points. We asked Sanders about the struggles that team has had. He says, "We're going to my home track. Expect all those struggles to change." And this is a very good point. Sanders and co. also have a very good super speedway package that they brought. They brought to Daytona and almost won that race. Sanders, I believe, finished 3rd. And you watch that car, how good that car is able to get through the pack. He's on the back bumper of Finn Guy. But I think that's just a product of how this style super speedway racing is. Comers and goers. Nobody can stay up front unless you're the leader. Meanwhile, though, look at this. I believe we've got a new leader. No, we don't. We've almost got a new leader. That's Alexander Rowe. He's going to try to get back up to his teammate. And here he goes to the inside line. Trying to get around Julio Caesar. Thomas is probably going to go down and pick up his teammate. Cloud on the outside line. 75 checking up to let the 75 down. But it seems to be the same people coming up to the front, going to the back. The same, about half of the field seems to be coming up and going to the back. A few of them have stayed a little static. I'm looking at DJ Curtis in the 2. James Ellison in the 3. How about his teammate Rhodes Gray in the 30? They've all stayed about 15th, 16th place. Cycling up front and going to the back. Man, look at this 4 wide right here. Rowe's going to try again to get with his teammate. I think this time he's going to have a better run. Side by side. Yes, Thomas is going to come down, pick up his teammate. Now it's 2 MB2 Motorsports cars running the show here at Talladega. Thomas, as of now, looks like he will be, if he can stay up front for 4 more laps, he will clinch the most lap-led bonus, and that's going to be, I'm sure, a misery for everybody else. But in a few laps, we're going to have pit stops. Our one and only pit stop of the day. They'll be able to make it to the end afterwards. But man, and they're starting to single out as if they're going to make those pit stops. Rowe to the inside of his teammate. He's going to have Freeze with him as well as Joseph Shrigley. Shrigley, that's a driver we need to talk about. Shrigley, who's confirmed that and looks like we're going to have pit stops now. Everybody's moving forward. And Thomas, he's going to pit from the middle. Oh, trouble! Joseph Shrigley's around! He's up and over! Shrigley's upside down! Alexander Rowe is upside down! Henry Thomas was in it. Alexander Phoenix was on his side. Oh my goodness. The caution flag is out. Luke Evans sliding through the grass. And just as we talked about it, the consequences of pack racing, there they were. The big one has struck here at Talladega. Vince Freeze will lead them back to the caution flag. He brought Cloud, Aiden Smith. That was Ryan Reed and Charles Sanford are your top 5. Major damage. Joseph Shrigley, they somehow got that car back to pit road. Where were the other cars involved? There is Alexander Phoenix. That car was on its side at one point. I can't believe that car's still driving. There's Luke Evans. I'm shocked that he's able to see out of the front end of that 43 car. I think Evans was the one that hit Alexander Phoenix, sent him on his side. Looks like we're going to get some pit stops here. Some cars are going to try to pit in now. Some cars are going to stay out and try to wait till 1 to green. Here comes Logan Cloud down the pit lane. He's bringing Ryan Reed with him. And it looks like most of the field is going to come down pit road. Actually, about half the field's going to come down the pit lane. Most of the cars, you see the cars, those were the cars that came in right as that caution happened. There will not be a penalty for them, as it is legal to pit your car under it while the caution is coming out, but you will be at the tail end of the lead lap. Looking through the field, coming in and out. We expect these cars to come in as well. This has been our first caution of the day. Let's go ahead and get a replay and see what on earth happened. So this is what we saw. Oh my goodness. We saw the 36 trying to pit, and he cut down right in front of Joseph Strigley, and he sent him over, and you saw the 62 got tipped up and over as well. That was Alexander Phoenix. Luke Evans spun as well. We're curious how he got in that mess. Here's the camera that was on Alexander Phoenix. He just had nowhere to go. Set sideways, and oh, there's where Luke Evans got his damage. He hit the 62 in the door, and that's what sent the 62 up on its side. A very harrowing crash. It's the first time I think we've ever seen 2 cars get airborne in the Right Lane Cup Series. Actually, no, it isn't, because we had that wreck at Richmond earlier this year. Riding on board with Luke Evans in the 43. You saw he had nowhere to go, and that car just started sliding after that. It's a miracle that this was only 3 cars involved in. Actually, it was only 4 cars in this wreck. It's a miracle it was not many more. Riding on board with Lane Sanders, the hometown hero. See what he saw. And it doesn't sit right to me. It looked like Thomas was trying to pit, and he cleared himself. This will be the telltale onboard. We're riding on board with Joseph Shrigley. And yeah, Thomas just... Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Thomas just came down pit road. On his own, he just cleared himself. One last onboard we'll give you looking back. This is looking back from Ryan Griffin, second in points. Oh, my goodness. The caution flag is out here at Talladega. Actually, we're under the red flag now for this 4-car accident. We'll be right back right after this.
Okay, now, what do you do next?
Floor it?
Yes. No, don't floor it.
Floor it?
No, don't floor it.
Okay, floor it!
Where'd you go? I just did a bump and run and took the lead.
I ran out of dip.
Dip? I'm racing neck and neck, and that's all you can think about is dip? You need to get your priorities straight.
Look at the bumper given to the 75. Caesar to the inside. He's going to take second spot.
Sunday is race day. That's why the Domino's 555 deal is perfect. 3 medium pizzas for $5 each. I have a pizza here for Mr. Right Lane.
That's mine.
mine.
You're right. Mine would be the king of right lane.
Really? Mine would be for the Emperor of Right Lane.
Mine would be the czar of right lane.
The Grand Poobah of Right Lane.
General Velissimo of right lane.
El Presidente de Right Lane.
King Daddy.
Felicitations, malefactors! I am endeavoring to misappropriate the formulary for the preparation of affordable comestibles! Who will join me? I don't get it.
Welcome back to Talladega. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 16. We were under the red flag briefly, but now we're back under caution. We're on lap number 33 of 47 after a multi-car crash. Coming to pit road, saw Joseph Shrigley go up and over. He came out of the infield care center a moment ago, said he was okay. Alexander Phoenix also in the infield care center. He's still in there, but we got word that all the drivers climbed from their race cars. So as of right now, Alexander Rowe is your race leader. He's got Lane Sanders behind him. Rhodes Gray is third with Jesse Turner. Austin Murray is fifth in the Honda Autosport South entry. Samuel England, last year's winner, is sixth. Then you have Peter Onjak, Luke Martin, Logan Cloud, Ryan Reed is your top 10 with Charles Sanford, Taylor Frey, Julio Caesar, James Ellison, and Ryan Acosta. But up front, we saw what this car is capable of. This is not the Daytona 500 winning car that Rowe won with. This is a different car. They've left that car in Daytona in the Daytona USA Museum, which will be held on until next year. The pace car is coming down. Rowe is he thinks that he's come over the radio throughout the race, said this car is better than the Daytona car. So that means we might see a super speedway sweep here out of Alexander Rowe. We've got 15 laps to find out. The green flag is back out. We're racing again at Talladega. Sanders laying back on the restart, trying to build himself a run on Alexander Rowe. Sanders has not led a lap all day. Rhodes Gray got kicked to the outside line. Sanders is going to have Jesse Turner to work with. Coming up the back straightaway for the first time. Turner to the inside, messing up Sanders' plans. Turner side by side with Sanders. Let's see what Murray does. England goes down to the inside. Luke Martin quick to pick up a few spots on the apron almost. The field is slowly being put back together. Everybody fanning out, trying to get as many spots as they can on this restart. I think it's worth talking about the championship contenders now. Jeffrey Finguy is right there. Alexander Phoenix is out of the race. Ryan Griffin is there, and Vince Freeze has lost the draft. Freeze had issues on pit road. They had a jack problem on pit road, put him deep in the field, and it looks like he got shook out. He's back there with Justin Henley, the 31. If Henley can get up to Freeze, they might be able to stay in the draft, catch up to Kyle Schustrai. RJ Bishop is back here. He's got hood damage. Henry Thomas has a bunch of damage. There's Nick Breeding. That was a fifth car that was in the wreck that we did not see. Breeding rear-ended somebody coming onto pit road. We believe it was Ryan Griffin, but we couldn't confirm that. And these two cars, Thomas has a lot of damage. Thomas came over the radio under the caution, and he said we heard the radio, his spotter cleared him to go to the inside. A major miscommunication here, and Freeze is losing the draft. He just cannot get with Justin Henley. Back up front, though, Alexander Rowe is in trouble. He's got Austin Murray to his inside, and James Ellison leading an angry group of cars on the inside line. 4 wide coming through 3 and 4, 2 rows deep. It's as if that crash had never happened. Ellison, this is the first time he's been anywhere near the front all day. Coming back around, it'll be 11 laps to go here at Talladega. Austin Murray, the rookie, is leading. We're going to take you green to the finish. Look at this 4 wide now. That is the number 99 of Asher Evelyn. Griffin Lapel McDermott is there. Evelyn straight to the inside of Austin Murray. It's going to have Griffin Lapel McDermott helping. Freeze, we see him back there. He's side by side with the 31. That is not what they need to be doing to stay in this draft. Look at Griffin Lapel McDermott go. There's Jeffrey Finguy. Finguy and Griffin both know they have to get as many points as they can on Vince Freeze. Look at Fitzwater to the inside of GLM. He's got Dunlaprad with him. Ben McDonald is there as well with Jeffrey Finguy. Sanders leaning all over Charles Sanford. Asher Evelyn will lead the first laps of Revolution all day. This is the first time we've seen a Revolution racing car anywhere near the front. Getting tandemed out front by Fitzwater. That's going to push Dunlaprad to third. GLM's back to fourth. Finguy, his teammate, is in fifth. Let's see what these two are able to do. Fitzwater to the inside. Finguy's going to follow the 59. Sanders. There's a pair of Spa cars coming up, though. The Spa cars, we've seen how good they are when they get together. Ryan Reed is up here. How about the 57 late in this race? That's his teammate. He's got a teammate back there. He's got both his teammates back here. The 7 of DeLello, the 57 of Caesar. Smith got kicked to the middle. Sanders is going to kick the 57 to the middle. Here comes Lane Sanders, the hometown driver. His plan on the restart didn't work. Now he's going to try to get a lap. Try to get up here. He can put himself in a dark horse position for the championship. Sanders trying to go around his old rival. Here comes Lane Sanders to the inside line. Is he going to get the lead? He's got no help. But he's going to have a hole. Here he comes. We can hear the crowd. They're on their feet. The hometown driver. The Talladega fans are very well known for going for one of their own. Lane Sanders is going to put Jeffrey Finguy. Look at DJ Curtis trying to make it 4 wide. Coming back to the line, it's going to be Finguy that's going to lead the lap, though. But Sanders is holding his own on the inside line. 8 laps to go at Talladega. Sanders and Finguy, they know how to run these superspeedway races. Finguy almost won Daytona, and Sanders, he's almost won Daytona 2 years in a row. Gray to the inside of Griffin, putting him in the middle. Sanders trying to keep it against Finguy. Finguy has 2 lanes to work with. Sanders has the bottom. Coming out of turn number 4, we're going to come back to 7 laps to go here at Talladega. The intensity level is picking up. Man, Fitzwater trying to get Evelyn to go with him. Back to the line. It looks like it's going to be Fitzwater again holding the lead. Sanders on the inside line trying to fight back. 4 wide. Kyle Schustrai trying to get forward. A fight between rivals, though, was up front here at Talladega. Sanders and Finguy have not had very good words for each other in the past. Have been very big rivals on the superspeedways and the road courses. Sanders tried to move up the side draft Finguy. It didn't work. Now he's going to have to push Finguy. Rhodes Gray to the inside. How about Rhodes Gray in the 30? That Jimmy John Chevrolet in the back for Crossroads Racing. Kyle Schustrai is in the mix with Derek Hamill. That's Jesse Turner back to the front. We've seen those Lake Effect cars. They have been very close to being up front. We've had problems, and we've had trouble. I believe we've had problems. Yes, we have. It was the 40 of Aiden Smith. Smith having issues. Smith blew. Apparently, Aiden Smith had something go wrong on his number 40, and it split the field up. And look who it split out of the pack. Alexander Rowe was one of the cars. Dunlaprad, Charles Sanford, Major Robinson. What a shame for him. Austin Murray and J.D. Martin. They're going to have to get back together if they want any chance. But I think their chances for winning this race have suddenly been taken away. Coming back around, we're coming to 5 laps to go at Talladega. Up front, Gray is leading Hamill. Shoestrife, Finguy, and Turner. 31 cars in this lead pack. There's the 40 of Aiden Smith coming off of the pit lane. What will he do? Trying to make a lap, do anything he can do to get any kind of points. England trying to move forward. This is about the time of the race last year. Samuel England made his move, got up to the front, and led to the very end and won the race. He's pushing Peter Onjak. Onjak's trying to split. Smith's on pit lane. Onjak's trying to split up the lake effect cars, which I think is a very good idea considering how good they are together. Onjak peaking, 4 laps to go at Talladega. Cloud and Turner are up against Rhodes Gray. Gray's got a big challenge. Here comes Jesse Turner and Logan Cloud. They're trying to get Lake Effect 2 wins in the last 3 weeks. Doing anything that they can do. Cloud to the inside of Jesse Turner, his own teammate. Unbelievable. Cloud's going to get the lead. Gray gets kicked all the way to the outside line. Onjak to the inside. Onjak up the middle. Can that win him the race? Not with any help, it's not. 3 laps to go at Talladega. Cloud leads it. Logan Cloud trying to win this race. He needs anything that can help him. Even a caution will help, and that would end the race. Taylor Frey is up in the mix. Wayne Hoyvik is back up here as well. How about this? Can the pole sitter, the upset, get the biggest upset in right lane history? Look at Samuel England to the inside. England to the inside line. He's got Frey with him. They're going to be at 2 laps to go. When they come back around. England top to block. Frey to the inside. Hoyvik's and Ellison's with him. Taylor Frey, he's going to lead the lap. Hoyvik looks even lower. Ellison looks even lower. He's almost on the apron. 2 to go. Hoyvik is stuck in the middle. Onjak kicks Cloud to the outside. He's going to help Hoyvik. Luke Martin is up here with Ryan Acosta. Ellison. James Ellison. Where did he come from? Ellison in the 3. Can he win the race? He moves. He's going to get a move on Taylor Frey. He's got Caesar and Acosta with him. This isn't good for Ellison. He's got to block both lanes now. They're going to come back to the white flag. Ellison blocks. Here comes Julio Caesar to the inside line. Caesar is going to make the move on Ellison. White flag. 1 lap to go at Talladega. 31 cars. Anybody in this pack has a chance to win. Caesar is going to try to build a good lead here. He's got Acosta and Dunlaprad. Ryan Acosta is in a position to win his first Right Lane Cup Series race. Coming back around, here comes Dunlaprad. Laprad to the inside, he's got GLM. Fitzy blocking back there. Coming through 3 and 4 for the final time. Does anybody have anything left for Caesar? GLM makes the move. Fitzwater's going to stay with him. Fitzwater's going to go lower. They're going to scramble into the tri-oval, but it's going to be Julio Caesar getting his 2nd career win in the Right Lane Cup Series. Caesar wins here at Talladega. GLM will get 2nd. Fitzwater 3rd. Dunlaprad, Ryan Acosta, James Ellison. His move late will get him a 6th with Christian Vargas, Lane Sanders, and the Anjado cars. Round out your top 10. How about that? How about that? What a crazy last lap here at Talladega. And the leaders were able to hold it together. All 31 cars in this lead pack were able to hold it together. But that man right there, Julio Caesar, he will be going to victory lane, getting Little Falls Autosport their 2nd career Right Lane Cup Series win. Congratulations to Julio Caesar and that team. They'll be heading to victory lane. Thank you all so much for watching this amazing Right Lane Cup Series race here at Talladega. We will be getting you your finishing results and your points here in a second. Taking a look at your finishing results here, Julio Caesar gets his second career win, the second win for Dodge, and the second win for Little Falls Motorsports. He gets the win with Griffin Lapel McDermott getting another second place finish. Zachary Fitzwater completes his clean week with a third place. That's another great finish for that car that almost won the Daytona 500. Dunlap with fourth, with Ariana Costa getting his first top 5 in his first start. Ellison is sixth with Vargas, Sanders, Taylor Frame, Peter Onjak, the pair of Onjato cars, rounding out your top 10. Nicky Martinez gets a good run in 11th with Luke Martin, Asher Evelyn, Wayne Hoyvik, the pole sitter, and Samuel England rounding out your top 15. Looking back through here, there's Jeffrey Finguy and Ryan Griffin, who are 23rd and 26th in this pack. They will now move closer to Vince Freeze, who after all of this, there's Alexander Rowan 33rd. Vince Freeze will end up finishing 34th today with all the championship drivers, sans Alexander Phoenix, who was in that big crash, gaining major points on him. We see back here Aiden Smith blew a piston. He came back out on track, but it ended up blowing the motor. He'll finish 38th with Nick Breeding ending up finishing in 39th. Luke Evans, Alexander Phoenix, and Joseph Shrigley are all out of the race from that accident. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all next week. Catch you later. Goodbye.